The thing I find more exciting than anything else is inclusivity. If we provide something with thought in the development stage, we can make sure that anything we do is accessible and inclusive to everyone. I was very aware after 18 years working for Guide Dogs for the Blind that people with disability weren't getting a good deal. We recognised that pedestrian crossings were a massive problem. If you can't cross a road safely, the anxiety about crossing a road becomes bigger and bigger. We looked at Bluetooth Low Energy as being something that we could use. We started installing chips inside pedestrian crossing boxes, which then communicated with an app that we devised, and then the phone just communicates with the chip that's sending out a signal. In 2013, I entered a competition with the City of Edinburgh Council. It was called Edinburgh Apps, and I won the competition and started a dialogue with the City of Edinburgh Council, and they were very interested when I started to talk to them about what we could do as far as accessible tourism was concerned. Not accessible tourism, but inclusive tourism, so something that everybody could use. Edinburgh has well over 1 million visitors every single year. There's a real need to provide information to all of them in the way that they want to engage with it. One of the biggest problems they had on the Royal Mile was that all of the tourists really accumulated at the top of the Royal Mile, the Esplanade and the castle. And then if they were going to move down the mile, as they got further down towards the Canongate or the Parliament or Holyrood Palace, they would dissipate. And there are some amazing, interesting stories when you get below North Bridge Street. When you're walking along and you're running our app, Edinburgh Up Close, and you walk anywhere near one of our beacons, a part of the app opens up and gives you information about where you're standing. Now, the reason that information is pertinent to where you're standing is because the beacon has a very specific ID. It shouts out a certain number to your mobile device. Your mobile device goes to the place within the application that's pertinent to where you are and gives you that information. The biggest thing with providing a solution like this is content. If we provide text, for instance, in an audio guide, in a traditional audio guide, the person can then access the text. If we want to put that text into 30 or 40 different languages, it's actually quite an easy task to do, and we can do that with this application. We can also change the pictures that we want to use. We can also put in video of British Sign Language. So we're making it so much more accessible for people. Do I have a favourite story? Every single story is of interest, but there are some that are really surprising. Some that you just go, oh wow, that's where it came from. Something that you really do know about. Now, one of the stories really does hit that nail on the head, and it's about a chap called Deacon Brody.
By day, Brody was the most respected of men. However, Brody developed a gambling habit and soon had debts he couldn't pay. Then he hatched a plan to rob the customs office here at Chesil's Court. The robbery was a disaster.
One of the reasons that we used Bluetooth Low Energy was because we realised that we didn't need to access the internet and Wi-Fi in order to use it. So no need for Wi-Fi, no need for connectivity, no need for data roaming. It is purely something that interacts with our beacon. In the first 3 weeks, we had over 1,000 downloads with really quite minimal advertising at that point. We know that when we increase the advertising, this potentially could just multiply up, but over 1,000 downloads with some really positive reviews. Neatebox truly is about having an inclusive society. We want everybody to be equal, or as equal as they possibly can be, and we believe that we can provide solutions so that when they access information, it is pertinent and engaging to them.